I'm Katelyn Mattingly, and coming up, I'll tell you how the Virginia Tech shootings changed campus safety here at West Virginia University. Our WVU News Special Edition show starts right now. Exercising regularly is only one of the ways that you can help lower your risk of diabetes. I'm Katelyn Mattingly, and straight ahead on WVU News, I'll tell you what else you can do to prevent this disease. I'm Katelyn Mattingly, and coming up, I'll tell you what precautions you should take to keep your home safe while you're away on spring break. Our award-winning WVU News starts now. It was on a campus just like WVU when the Virginia Tech shooting happened 5 years ago this month. Now students can be notified via text message within 20 minutes if something similar were to happen here. To report a crime, or if you see any suspicious activity in your neighborhood, the best thing you can do is contact the police. Here in Morgantown, the number is 599-6382. Most burglaries take place through unlocked doors and windows, and more than 65% of the time, this is how a burglar gains entry to your home. Students at Virginia Tech were outraged that it took officials 2 hours to notify them that shots were fired on campus. And since then, university officials across the country have been looking for better ways to notify students of emergencies. Immediately after the Virginia Tech tragedy, WVU officials sprung into action in creating the text alert system. In 2008, this system was put into place, immediately notifying students of emergencies. I recently talked to university police to find out how students here receive important updates only minutes after an emergency. Massive chaos and unimaginable horror are only a few ways to describe the scene at Virginia Tech on April 16, 2007. Kristen Wishon was a freshman at WVU when she found out about the shooting through social media.
It was really scary and real because we were, I'm on campus at the same time. And so the fact that it was happening there kind of hit home a little bit.
And it was shortly after the shooting that the WVU police were contacted about creating an emergency texting system. Chief Roberts saw the value in this program, especially after the VT tragedy.
Because if an emergency happens, the sooner you get information, the sooner you can protect yourself and others.
It was on a campus just like WVU when the Virginia Tech shooting happened 5 years ago this month. Now students can be notified via text message within 20 minutes if something similar were to happen here. Signing up for the WVU Alert is easy and only takes a few simple steps to complete online. Students can log in their information through their Mix accounts. There are currently more than 9,000 active users who take advantage of this system. But this number could be higher considering there are over 30,000 students at WVU.
That's become a priority to make sure that people are alerted of things happening, and thankfully nothing has happened here to that degree where it really has mattered if they have or have not alerted us in enough time, but I think that is something that's kind of on the top of people's minds now.
University police test the alert system every semester to make sure the program is always up to date. In addition to the emergency alert, the system also offers crime and weather alerts. Anyone can sign up for these text messages by visiting the website at the bottom of your screen. Each year, over 5,000 teenagers die in car accidents and 400,000 are seriously injured. The first 500 miles for your teenage drivers are the most critical. And get this, experts say during this time, teen drivers are 10 times more likely to be in auto crashes than adult drivers. But I spoke with police who say distractions are at the top of the list for teen crashes. In their first year of driving, 1 in 5 16-year-old drivers have an accident. Here in West Virginia, teens can skip driver's education classes and instead log 30 hours of drive time on the road before receiving their license. Delaney Ball chose this option and felt that she was just as educated as a teen who took driver's ed.
I've gotten a lot of practice with my parents, and they went through a lot of practice over the year I had my permit with me, so I felt pretty prepared.
But unfortunately, new drivers have the highest chance of having a fatal crash within the first 6 months of receiving their license. A recent study has shown that new driver deaths have increased by 11% across the U.S. And with additional distractions from passengers in the car, a new driver's chances of crashing goes up 50% per person. Over 1/3 of teen fatal crashes are speed-related, and Sergeant Branham says that other factors may be causing a rise in these numbers.
Don't bother with the other distractions like cell phones, passengers in your car talking, playing back and forth. Just be aware of your surroundings and take your time.
Abiding by the proper curfew for new drivers is also important, as more than 40% of teen auto deaths occur between 9 p.m. and 6 a.m.
I think that it's important to know what you're doing when you're driving and to be safe about it and not just make dumb mistakes and be reckless.
Experts say lowering cell phone use can prevent your risk of crashing, and always remember to buckle up.
Around 56% of teen drivers use their cell phones while driving. Some even text their friends, update their Facebook status, and change radio stations while behind the wheel. Every 12 seconds, a home is burglarized, and an estimated $2,000 worth of property is lost with each offense. Over the last decade, burglaries have made up almost a quarter of all crimes committed in Monongalia County. And with spring break and summer right around the corner, many homes and apartments will be vacant. So how do you protect your home even when you're not there? I spoke with a police officer to find out. With spring break and summer vacation quickly approaching, burglars are searching for unoccupied homes. Sam Records left his apartment for the gym and returned around 7 p.m. to find his door kicked in.
And when I got home, my door was a little bit open, and I looked in and it had obviously been smashed in, and my TV was gone.
Most burglaries occur during the day between 10 a.m. and 3 p.m. when most people are at work or school. Morgantown Police Chief Ed Preston says that home burglaries are usually drug addicts preying on highly populated student areas.
Typically what they're doing is they're trying to find property that they can readily dispose of in order to support their habits.
Most burglaries take place through unlocked doors and windows, and more than 65% of the time, this is how a burglar gains entry to your home. By simply locking your doors and windows, you can prevent home invasion.
In addition, police officers strongly encourage you to make your home look occupied by leaving a light on. Stop newspaper and mail delivery when you are away for a long period of time. Install deadbolt locks on all outside doors. And finally, clear shrubs and trees so burglars don't have a place to hide.
I think it's going to be a problem in any college town. I mean, we have a lot of college kids, a lot of poor college kids, a lot of dumb college kids. So, you know, they're going to rob stuff. I doubt it's a problem here any more than it is in College Park or any other big college town.
On average, burglars want to spend no more than 60 seconds trying to break into a home. And with burglaries costing Americans over $4 billion in lost property, it's worth your time to secure your home.